Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the DAC qualifier. I'm Luminous, I'm going to be joined by Ailson, and this is NextGen Vietnam taking on signature.trust. I do believe both of these teams have lost their first initial match, and this is more or less a do or die situation because they need to finish at a top spot in their group to make it on. And one of these teams most likely won't make it on after this best of three. We got signature.trust opening up the draft with Pudge of all heroes, and then we got NextGen probably picking up the stable stuff like Slaughter Darkseer or Slaughter Lifeslayer. Nope, gonna be a Slaughter Weaver instead. So already rocking a lot of minus armor right from the get-go. And Ailson,
I think I'd say Weaver is like up there in terms of staple hero picks now.
Okay, that's fair enough. Although I guess the minus armor synergy is there, but I don't generally think of these two heroes as a combo.
It depends. I think it's not like great team fight combo, but it has a lot of ganking potential. You can always hide a Weaver on the side and blink crush, and the Weaver just walks in and three-shots people.
Yeah. One thing that these two heroes are very good is like the maybe 10 to 20 minute fights where things are a little bit chaotic. A lot of people don't have their first major item yet, and spells like Sakuchi and Sprint is just good enough to get yourself in there. And looks like signature.trust is going to commit to their secondary support pick in the form of a Rubik. By the way, a couple of things to point out is that Trust is playing with a couple of stand-ins again. I think PP played last time. I don't think Wutta was here though. Fei Mao, I believe, is on the team, but wasn't playing last time, but now is. And of course you have Lakels and Mr. Jin coming in as well. So again, as always with signature.trust, it's always like on and off in terms of who's coming to play.
I'm glad to see that teams are actually first phase banning Syllabear now.
He's a pretty silly hero, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. Until we see like a very, very good way of actually dealing with him, I think teams should just stick to banning him out if they aren't able to pick him up for themselves.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I already think certain heroes are already very difficult to deal with, like Sniper. But then if you just give Sniper some tankiness, it's like, give him the Sable.
Give him the fear.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he has Shrapnel. Shrapnel's pretty OP.
Shrapnel is pretty OP. I think people are underselling Sniper in the comparison to Long Druid. Yes, Long Druid might be a little bit stronger, or rather a lot stronger, but I think Shrapnel is actually a very invaluable spell. Although with that said, maybe he's not so strong when, you know, every game there's a Weaver and a Slaughter, because their movement granting ability makes your Shrapnel look pretty silly.
I'm still really curious as to why Trust ended up picking up Pudge as their first pick. Like, I understand Pudge is a very, very good hero altogether, but does it really warrant a first pick?
I personally don't think so. I think Pudge is good, but much better as a 4th or 5th pick, because you kind of scope out a lot more of what the enemy team has. And like, for example, right from the get-go, I think right after the Pudge, we see a Weaver picked up, right? Like, that's generally just not a good matchup for Pudge. The other day when we saw TNC Cuckoo last pick a Silencer, just shut down the Pudge on the other side. So I feel like Pudge does have a lot of issues, and honestly, I don't think he will get like second phase banned out. And if he's second phase banned out, you know, you're not too sad. And speaking of that Silencer, there we go.
You called it. It was like that game when they picked up Silencer. It was kind of like a 2-for-1 pick though. It dealt really well with the Pudge, but it also destroyed the middle lane. I would have maybe not destroyed, but he had a really easy middle lane. It was against a PA, right? Yeah, it was against a PA. And I don't think there's too much a PA can do against the Silencer.
By the way, what's with this whole Falcon thing that's going on? Something about actual sports?
Oh, Super Bowls today.
Oh, okay. And was it a good game, or?
I don't know. I didn't watch.
Apparently, somebody compared it to TI3 finals. So, I mean, I don't watch sports, so.
I heard it was a 3-2-2.
I see.
There was some big lead into
Big throws.
comeback, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah, big throws.
So it sounds just like Dota.
Really is. Almost the same.
I only watch real esports, so stick to myself with Dota.
Well, let's see what Trust end up picking as their cores. It's kind of awkward to have this setup, I feel. I think Rubik is fine. A lot of good spells to steal, but Pudge is going to have to do a lot for them in the early game.
Okay, we've got a Nyx now.
I think with all these stand-ins, there's probably a hidden Pudge player amongst them. That's probably why they first picked it.
I mean, last time there was a hidden Meepo player, right? Although the Meepo didn't do too well.
Wait, was this for the... I don't even remember which series you're referring to.
Trust had I think PP actually played Meepo for Trust. I think they like 4th or 5th picked it against was it TNC or no, against Faceless, I believe, and they got wrecked.
That doesn't sound... Oh, okay, yeah, that couldn't have gone well.
Radiant's pick.
Juggernaut. So
Yo.
I guess this means that the silencer is support then. It's not going to be I mean, it has to be a support, right?
I mean, you could do Weaver support.
Weaver and...
Slaughter support.
Well,
I probably don't expect that, yeah. I don't think that's going to happen, but, you know, that's a possibility. By the way, before the game started, I asked NextGen whether Seal isn't real is referring to the Pokemon Seal. Right? And they say yes, so...
Oh.
Our little side bet.
Thank you.
Yeah, for that important confirmation, yeah. It's very, very important to me.
No, PA.
Is this a good pick?
Things.
I don't think this is a good pick here.
I don't really see how the hero is supposed to synergize with everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So it really just depends on how they run it. I really fail to see how this ends up working out. Maybe it's going to be a really aggressive kind of PA. You just TP wherever your Nyx or your Pudge decides to set up.
Mm-hmm.
Just blow them up for them.
I just feel that this PA so far only has one very legitimate target that he could go on in the form of Silencer. Like everyone else could either man-fight the PA or run away from the PA.
I think with the other 3 heroes that they have, she's kind of forced to just attack whoever is ended up like stunned.
Right.
Whoever they stun, instead of just doing her own thing.
Do you know if Swarm will trigger Spike Carapace?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does.
Reserve time.
I don't know why I haven't seen that interaction just yet. Or maybe if I've seen it, I haven't registered it.
Oh, they ban out Magnus themselves.
Yeah, I was gonna say, they could go mid Magnus.
For them.
Yeah, they needed something to tie this draft together, because right now it's just loosey-goosey,
10 seconds to go.
They could just continue going for a very heavy single target pick-off lineup, maybe.
Alright, this is kind of like, hey, what do you want to play kind of draft,
What do you want to play? I think the draft's actually not too bad.
I mean,
doable.
it's a good draft, but then it's like what you said earlier. What is the one goal they're trying to accomplish? Like there isn't any of that, right? It's just 5 good heroes that doesn't necessarily gel well together.
5 seconds.
Is that fair to say?
I think it's pretty fair to say. Well, this kind of lineup just doesn't really have any objective taking capabilities. Obviously you can, but you need to.
You need to kill. Yeah, you need to kill into pushes
to some extent. Because the only person who's actually going to do damage to towers is like PA and Queen of Pain, but Queen of Pain has to actually have items to do that. I think if you only have Treads and Veil, for example, it's not going to do too much. Same with PA.
Oh, by the way, just to make sure, do you have your in-game audio turned on?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm always ready.
What a professional co-caster, man.
I think I'm a professional now.
Yeah, you are. Actually show up on time. Don't quit halfway through,
I'm leveling up.
What a pro.
I hope Signature.trust actually do well with this lineup, because I need something to wake me up. I just lost 5 games in a row. I'm actually so depressed right now.
I mean, I saw that last game you lost was not good.
I'm convinced that North America is actually the worst region of PUBG.
All right, here's my personal theory, right? On the opposite side, there's always 5 idiots, right? Especially in the NA server, okay? But on your team, At most, there's only 4 idiots. Unless you're an idiot.
I'm an idiot too, so like.
So it doesn't matter where you play then. But if you're not an idiot, then it also doesn't matter where you play because your team is gonna have less idiots than them. There you go. Don't blame the team, man. Just look at yourself. Am I the idiot?
That's a good.
That's some Confucius shit.
To put it.
Yeah.
But I'm still not convinced. I'm pretty sure North Americans are just idiotic.
All right, that's also fair. That's also fair.
And I can only say this because I'm American, so we're gonna.
I mean, I'm American
this
too.
Is my opinion on my own country.
I mean, look at the president. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there. I have my my own opinions on that. But I ain't going there.
You Trump supporter, you fuckhead.
I am not going there.
All right. I'm trying to debate you pretty hard, but. All right, we got that pause. Game is unpausing 1, but it's not unpausing. I'm not sure what's going on.
Oh, they repaused it. They unpause and repause.
I didn't know you could repause during the unpause. That's some next level stuff.
Oh no. It's like it unpause and then they repause instantly. I don't know. It might be like some text bug or something. We got the classic C pause. Someone's probably
In the bathroom.
in the bathroom
Not washing their hands right now.
eating a sandwich.
Eating a sandwich. Wait, a separate person's eating sandwich or somebody's eating sandwich?
Separate person.
Okay. All right, sandwich is
They're
done.
done eating.
Yeah, hands are not washed. Let's go.
All right, carry on.
No.
No, wait. He has one more bite. He needs to take his plate to the kitchen.
Nobody takes their plate to the
One
kitchen.
toilet. Oh, you're right.
Of course, man.
Of course.
And the most I've heard is I haven't heard the food one that much. It's always like toilet or somebody smoking a cigarette.
Oh, I just came up with that one. I don't actually know.
Yeah.
This isn't even from experience because I don't think from all the time that we practiced there was ever a pause because someone needed to finish eating.
All right, here we go.
Oh, they're gonna go 5-man smoke. They're running to tier 2 and they're gonna smoke and
See,
first blood.
I personally am never really sure like when do you do the smoke, like how early? Because obviously if you do it in fountain, a lot of times your smoke just runs out. Looks like
Well, the fountain smoke is for
Roche, I think.
early TPs. It's only for TP.
Okay.
Yeah. When you smoke at tier 2, it means you want to infiltrate as like 4 or 5.
What about 5-man smoke and TP to all towers and just converge? Let's go.
I don't even know what that means, but oh, they're gonna find one. This is gonna be disastrous.
Oh, did I have initiation? Oh, that's a 2-man crush, and the spin's gonna be there, and they put the Iron Shell Pudge. Mr. Jin. It's Mr. Rip. First blood's gonna go to Sad Boy here. And looks like they're gonna pick up at least 2 runes. Looks like they won't be able to get to this one. Wait, Darkseer. Seal knows.
The TP.
He's ready. He's like 100% guaranteed. I'm gonna take the 3rd rune for my team. Damn.
That's some efficiency. You pay 50 gold for the TP. You
Wait.
get 100 back.
Why is nobody taking this rune?
And here we
Oh,
go.
the lift.
And then Fei Mao? Fei Mao? Oh,
Wait, where's the lift?
wait.
That was not some value.
Alright, Fei Mao just wasted 50 gold. So he just stayed TPing out of there. He didn't even cancel the clarity.
He also dropped the sentry in his face, so they definitely know about it.
I guess.
Let me see. I think that Nyx is most likely not going to die in this lane, so Nyx should be able to get EXP here. I think PA is going to suffer. And I think Quap is just going to have a decent lane. I don't think you're really going to beat a Juggernaut. I think Juggernaut's perfectly fine.
Well, the fact that they forced Queen of
Altogether,
Pain to take Blink at level 1 because of that engagement, it's actually pretty decent for a different heaven right now, because he doesn't have to worry about Shadow Strike for a little while.
Well, he's got it now.
Yeah.
I think you just spin it off and you break even with it.
No, he's not spinning it
Sometimes
off.
you spin it off.
But I do agree. I think you should spin it off. Or be the pro, spin dodge it.
Spin dodge it.
Yeah, you can.
Save yourself a couple of damage.
Yeah, man, that strike damage. Don't forget about that.
I'm just watching this Pudge do this off lane pull. Oh, mid lane? DP? He's gotta be careful. Try to kill the ward, but different heaven micro. I
mean, that ward has 420 movement, see?
Healing ward is so OP.
Not as OP as creeps, dude. Them Helm of Dominators. That's some real OP stuff. Right. Mr. Jin smoked up. Solo smoke. Sees KL7. Hook! That's gonna land here, and I do believe that should be a kill. No! Straight up TP by KL7. He knows.
Why does everyone have TP? Everyone just has TP. This is some next level stuff.
Yeah, but he's gonna get himself a root, so not so bad. I mean, if he didn't TP there, he's 100% dead, right? So, good play.
I think all the action is going to be on signature.trust side. I think NextGen is going to be a really passive lineup. At least for the first 10 minutes or so. So you got to keep an eye out on this Pudge. Pudge is going to do everything.
Yeah, so far he's doing a decent amount. I think that's his boots coming out. Yeah, so he gets to be a menace on the map. And I do believe the last couple of times we've seen a Pudge, it hasn't been too effective. So, let's see what he could do this game. Looks like a hook was thrown on the mid lane, but was missed.
They need to shrine up.
Wait.
Pudge needs some mana.
Bot lane, Lakel's in a lot of trouble here, trying to salve himself up, but the Iron Shot being put on him, and DBB gonna pick up a kill for Seal. Nicely done. Not exactly too sure what the supports are doing. Fei Mao's doing some next level pulling going on here, but...
Is this why they picked up Pudge and Ruvik as the first two picks?
Yeah, so they could do pulls. I mean, I think he's better off pulling Ancients, right? I do believe the Ancient was actually blocked up by a sentry earlier.
Well, it's not blocked anymore, but there is no Ancients yet.
Yeah.
I think it just ran out, if that's the case.
Yep. Using sentries to block the first two spawns is actually super efficient, because an observer would only block for more than one extra spawn compared to a sentry. And I think using a sentry to block is generally better. That's good.
Right, Trust have two smoked up here, but Darkseer's gone. He's TP'd out already. A lot of time wasted for these two supports. They're not getting anything at all, really. Maybe just go back and stick to pulling.
I don't know, man. I don't think these heroes are going to pull the way into the game. They got to start making some kills happen. Juggernaut's going to swing around. Honestly, they can't really kill that hero.
I think they picked Jug for the... Oh, top lane. Wow, Weaver almost goes down. But I think they picked Jug just because they see the Pudge, and I think Juggernaut's probably one of the best heroes to deal with roaming Pudge.
Yep, mid lane, different heaven's gonna spin and force the blink. And Lakel's
bottom lane is
in trouble again. Lane crush, defensive hook's gonna come through, but they're gonna keep on following. The rod's gonna slow him down. Iron Shout a little bit more, but not gonna be enough. And now DBB is wait, he's gonna come back in with another crush. Pops a fairy fire. Where the hell is the Darkseer in all of this? He knows. He just wanted. Okay, that looked a little close. But good manning up by DBE there.
Alright, this bottom lane is a disaster for signature.trust. This PA is not having a good time.
Nope.
Radiant's top tower is taking hits.
Lakel's traditionally is one of those kind of hardcore farming here players, right? So we'll see how he's gonna do starting off with a more aggressive carry and honestly getting wrecked in the lane. Like, what are you supposed to do?
You gotta do your best to just farm with the dagger. Like, he's getting pushed out already. This is really bad for signature.trust to lose their safe lane tier 1 so early.
I think this is a problem picking Pudge Rubik early on. You reveal two of your supports and then it's super easy for them to punish you. And now Lakel's...
he's in trouble again.
Yeah. They surge forward, there's a crush, and he could blink strike to the creep. Okay, but... You know...
This is Kind of reminding me of that Mineski game where Miracle had to pretty much get nothing as Spectre.
Well, Miracle, first of all, wasn't dying as much, because he was like, he had Spectral Dagger, so he was in the trees. And then the other thing was, they were winning the lanes, like, it was a conscious decision to sack Miracle.
Right, to win the other lanes.
Yeah, but they're not winning the other lane, and the Quals is dying, so...
They're just pulling Ancients now.
Is this really the answer, pulling Ancients? Oh, the Quals is mid, he's like, I want some of this too.
Well, it's like you said, this is definitely not the answer. They need to do something. You can't pull your way back into this game,
Nope.
especially with how badly the lanes are going. And this Nyx, he's level 6, but he's still farming up here. I think he's gonna have to be the one to make moves.
Yeah, I think this is where you go back to base, like shrine up or whatever, and just find a kill somewhere. Like, you need to go with your Pudge. I think that's probably your best killing hero.
Either that, or you have to
Or Quap, you know?
TP up the Quap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the best option is to TP up the Quap, or go to wherever Quap is. Alright, let's see what Nyx Assassin is gonna do.
Oh, meanwhile, PP.
Oh,
Okay. Good harass, but that's all it is. Any big item being worked on right now? Seal most likely working towards that mech. And then looks like the Weaver is going for Lincoln Spheres. Although we've seen a lot of Perseverance and then like back into the Deso, so we'll see what he ends up going for. And like Hal's going for the Helm of Dominator.
they always bait us. They queue up the Lincolns and then they just go and buy Deso or Dragonlance right afterwards.
Yep. I honestly think that's the better build.
Trouble brewing at Radiant's bottom tower.
Kind of hard to make too much use of your Lincolns this game because of the dagger and Fate Bolt, I guess.
I think
Still
it's
a good item altogether, though.
I think it's very good on Rubik against Rubik, because a lot of times when you go onto the Rubik, he like could just steal your Sakuchi on the way out.
Right.
Now, obviously, he still can. Back in the mid lane here, looks like they're gonna try to burst down Different Heaven, and Different Heaven gonna survive that. Well, no, he still dies, and now the rest of the team coming back in. Nice vacuum into a two-man crush,
nice.
and of course the Weaver rotates in. They did get that one kill, but it was very costly. Mr. Jin looking for a hook, but still only level 4. And this game is
That was the earliest vacuum crush combo I've ever seen. Level 2 vacuum.
yeah, 8 minutes in. Did he he's only got level 1 surge. This is something I haven't seen before. Like normally even if you level up vacuum early, you at least get 2 in surge, right? But
I think the reason why is because he had such an easy offlane. Like they were just crushing it, so he didn't really need that extra value point.
I mean, I would think that having more levels in surge would be good for that offlane, but yeah, I guess you're right. They're fine. And now Shrine smoke back up, and now NG is looking to hunt. Uh-oh, Mr. Jin.
Blood looks very no, he's just dropping a ward. He's fine. They should reward that though.
I don't think I've seen it.
Guess you're right. I thought they would have seen it. They have to be careful here not to overcommit. They're in a kind of a weird spot.
Yep. Smoke's gonna end out. Mr. Jin's in the trees here. Did they see him? No, they want the Quap instead. Oh!
Oh, that was so close.
Yeah, DBB a little bit so nice hook here by Mr. Jin, but no bite, so the tower can only watch KL7 run away. Alright, that's a lucky miss here for Trust, because that Quap was definitely dead there. Or should have been definitely dead.
Pretty good attempt anyways. Man, Pudge needs his levels. He's just gonna soak it at bottom.
Top lane.
Did anyone buy the tome yet?
Like you said, man, the Nyx Assassin and the Quap going to work, and it seems like whenever Quap's ult is ready to go, that's when they'll strike. And this time they pick off the Weaver, so. Alright.
Yeah, these two are your best bets for Signature Trust to actually
Making a comeback.
get kills right now.
Yeah.
At least until Pudge gets his 6.
So when Signature Trust is getting wrecked, you just ask your stand-ins to carry you. Alright, that's kind of mean.
Right
That's kind of mean, but that's what's happening. The 2 stand-ins are doing a lot of work for the team right now. Meanwhile, NG is laying in on the mid lane. Probably not gonna bring down the tower or anything. I don't think NG needs to actually like play really fast or aggressive or anything like that. Because I feel like they have a very strong mid game as well, especially with the Slardar finishing his blink relatively soon. What the is looking for a kill. And looks like he will not be able to pick off anybody.
PP only has 170 mana, so I don't think they can defend us. But it looks like NextGen are backing off. I don't think they should.
Oh, Hook not gonna hit here, and stun. Oh, what the stun here coming out? Do they have enough? He has time lapse. He should be fine. He does time lapse. He's gonna get his time lapse solo, and Global has been forced out. It's not all bad for Trust, all things considered. Fame out got Sakuchi, you got Global on cooldown, and you defended your tier 1.
That's definitely really good for them, because now that Global is down, Queen of Pain has ulti in 30 seconds. I think they can actually smoke up and take a team fight.
Yeah, so far I gotta say Nyx is really the MVP for the team. Really able to create a ton of space and a little bit of pressure on the side of NextGen. I do want your opinion on this build though, because we see this build all the time, the no mana burn build. And I do understand the fact that, you know, it is a very mana intensive spell on a very mana intensive hero, but not getting the 1 value point. Do you agree with that?
I think it's okay here, especially since you're against a Weaver. I think it's actually all right.
Oh, we did see the double invis initiation, but I do believe the Weaver got sight of that and just ran away. It looks like he wants to finish the full Lincolns. No baiting us.
All right, I think that's fair. It's all right. I think Lincoln's is always a good choice, a safe choice. It's not as aggressive, but you know, keep him alive. Considering the most dangerous spells are like telekinesis and dismember, I would say.
Yep. Well, we got a Blink Dagger online on the Slardar now, so that's pretty decent. And the Meg's online as well. Oops, sorry, didn't watch it. Did he just... Was it close? I guess it was close.
It was very close. They were walking past that ward, and he was probably like 50 range off from hitting Silencer.
Alright, here comes the push here from NG. Impale, it's gonna hit on Juggernaut or not. Nice spin here, dodging it. Although Tower is doing a little bit of work. Fei Mao coming in. Oh, nice lift here by Fei Mao. That's gonna be a Sonic Wave. And now, nice spike here by what the... Where's the stun though? No stun, back wall stun. That is what I'm talking about. DBB coming in hot. And now, can they have what it takes to finish off this team fight? Sadboy getting bitten up, but he's going to be fine. Mr. Jin walking back through the wall. Nice 2-man stun here by What the, but I don't think that's going to be enough. They need a little bit more detection. Meanwhile, DBB walking forward. KL7, though, under a lot of trouble by Lakels. Okay, pretty good defense by Signature.trust, trading, I believe, 2 for 2 under the tower. They protected their 1 tower. And honestly, all they lost was 2 support. And they at least got 1 core kill, so very, very nicely done by Sigtrust.
Yep, that was just like I said, if you don't have the global, it's kind of dangerous for you, and they knew that they ended up wasting it. Taking that team fight there is really worthwhile for them.
Yep.
I think at this point too, like any 2 kills, even if it wasn't a core, it's definitely worth it for them as well.
Do you think that NG felt confident based on the fact that Slaughter had Blink? Like, you know, we can't really lose a fight because we have the Blink, or like what was the logic behind that push? Especially given the fact that they don't have global.
I think it was just overconfident in general. They probably just felt stronger than them, even without global. And I would definitely agree that the Blink Dagger on Slargar is a big contributing factor to that. But I think after that team fight, they'll play a lot more careful. They're not gonna be as careless.
I mean, still a very healthy lead here for NextGen, and you gotta keep in mind that Lakels is still like on food stamps because his lane is not too great. He is catching up rather nicely. But I think a PA needs a bit more than this to really have a big impact in the fight. And good thing on him though, he really did not come into the team fight till the very end. And if he had come into the team fight early, he would have got blown up by the combo.
Well, Slardar is eyeing this PA right here, but he needs his team to get a little closer.
Yeah, they're coming.
If Lakel stays for this wave, I think he's actually dead.
I think so too. He does have a Blink Strike back, but not if he gets chainsaw. Mr. Jin is looking for a defensive hook. Blink Crush to start things off, and, well, did get a hook off, and now, I don't know if he wants to bite that. NG's going to back it off, but that's going to be the kill that they're looking for.
Alright, Lincoln's is done. Gonna go for that Dragon Lance next.
Okay, there's an
I think the
Invis.
build that I've been... What was that?
I'll say there's an Invis Quap coming in, but yeah, let's talk about the build.
I think the main Weaver build I've been seeing recently is they all get Diffusal Blade.
Interesting. Anti-Ghost Scepter, I suppose?
I actually... No, I'm
Weaver
actually-
running through,
I'm
and
gonna
what
count
the...
Weaver.
What a nice stun here by him. Again, multiple times I'm hitting him through Sakuchi, which is not exactly the easiest thing to do.
And this is why they max out the Carapace, I guess.
Well,
really good for against Weaver.
yeah. I mean, I think he's just like straight up impaled. Or did he spike
Yeah,
first?
because they had vision of him coming
Yeah.
in. So that was a really nice stun as well.
Yep.
And he's doing really well for himself right now. He's got the Midas going at a pretty good time.
Yeah.
He's gonna be like a huge threat for next gen.
And you know, like this Darkseer Slaughter combination, which is very, very good for the team fight, but I think Nyx Assassin, again, one of the best hero to break up that combo. In the mid and late game, once Darkseer's mana pool is pretty high, that mana burn is gonna hurt really, really badly for him.
I actually think next gen originally intended to go with carry or mid silencer.
Okay.
And then once the Nyx came out, I think they changed their mind.
And Hook coming through
nice
here.
hook.
Global's gonna prevent the bite here. And Different Heaven's gonna walk himself out. Another Global that's used very defensively, which honestly, if you look at this lineup, they have the capability to go for a combo play and then put the Global on top of that. But instead, now they're gonna push without the Global, and I'm pretty sure that Mr. Jin and the rest of the team would be more than happy to fight here.
Yeah, and they're all smoked up.
Oh!
What a time to disconnect.
Well,
That's awkward.
it doesn't matter though, because he's stunned for a while. But it is what a time to disconnect. I hope he could get back here on time. Actually, rest of the team is really far away. signature.trust is defending 3v5, and this is yet another push that NextGen is doing without sentry wards, which I find extremely dubious. Where the hell are the detection? The silencer has it, but he's like a mile.
Silencer has it.
Yeah, he's a mile away though. Aren't you supposed to lay down sentries in preparation of Nyx?
Yes, definitely. Although to be fair, this this stun is kind of out of detection range unless you put it like right on top of the
Sure.
tower.
He's been very, well, I'll talk about that later. Juggernaut will be stunned up, but any follow-up on this? Okay, well, a defensive hook follow-up is not what they're looking for. So tower is going to go down.
They're just gonna give it up.
Yeah.
Queen of Pain just TP bottom. They don't have ulti.
Yeah, what the has been... Because a lot of Nyx likes to Vendetta Strike out of the invisibility, but he just stuns out of it, just to make sure they don't, you know, dodge it with a spin or whatever. Here comes a Roche, though. I mean, this is seeing the Queen of Pain teleporting to bottom, but this Queen of Pain needs to rotate very quickly because the Roshan is going down fast. The Swarm stolen from Rubik's going to slow things down, get a little bit of a vision here. Hook's going to come through. That's going to be onto the Juggernaut. Juggernaut will spin immediately. Again, slowing down the Roche, but it's not going to be enough here as NG will pick it up onto the next, onto the Weaver, excuse me.
That's actually a really nice decision from next gen, seeing the Quap going bottom. They need like pretty much everything they can get because I think the game is actually kind of evened out despite the early game disaster that signature.trust had.
Yeah, I still think that Lakel's needs to really be the one that is carrying the team. And he's trying his best to
He needs
get
more
there.
time, though.
Yeah.
He does have the Desolator now, so there is actually damage at least.
Okay.
Well, Global is up soon.
Dyer's mid tower's having technical difficulty.
PP waiting for the slaughter. Nyx Assassin is going to come through and trying to scout things out. The question is, do they have a
Nyx has
gem?
Blink.
Ooh. Oh, Queen of Pain. I
Spotted
think
out Queen of Pain.
he's going to get
They actually
stunned.
caught him.
They need a good stun here by Nyx. No, Nyx thinks he's dead. The Yules to actually break the thing, but he's going to be dead again. Probably needed to Yules first and then blink. But that was kind of a hectic situation.
Radiant's bottom tower ain't a pretty
I think if he Yules himself first and then tried to blink, then they actually would have globaled for it.
for that mid tower.
Maybe. But you get the
They did have a
global.
global. He held on to it.
Yeah.
But if Quap is dead, this is just 3 objectives for next gen. I don't think you can defend without your Queen of Pain.
Radiant's bottom tower's done for.
Yeah. Next gen definitely punishing mistakes quite well, and they're using their Aegis. What does still scouting people out? If he turns back a little bit, there's going to be a pretty free kill in the form of a silencer. Oh my god, they're just juking each other out.
No detection though. Is he gonna get caught out?
Blink stun,
stun?
mana burn, Vendetta hit, and that should be an easy kill. The dust's going to plop out, but... Alright, this Nyx Assassin definitely making things happen.
Oh, top lane, they're getting chased right now. This is really dangerous for Signature Trust.
Yeah, he's gone. Fame Out does not have the Sakuchi.
Well, despite Nyx Assassin's efforts, they still need more in order to catch up. Quals is still not in the greatest of fighting forms.
I mean, he's getting there. He hasn't died for a while, and he's been hitting creeps, so can't ask for
He
much.
has the damage, but unfortunately, next gen just do way too much for him to just blink in and fight. Like he'll die pretty much instantly.
Do you think BKB changes the scenario? Because you're still dealing with amplified damage or corrosive haze.
I actually think Manta is a better choice here.
Okay, I think I agree with that as well.
It gets rid of the haze and global, obviously, and there's also extra targets in case Omni Slash comes through.
Yeah, I see players like Eternal Envy really preferring Manta because you could use it, use Illusion to farm and scout as well, because they also get the blur mechanic, and you could use it to check Roche or whatever. Like better than most other Manta illusions can.
It's really hard to farm with Manta on PA. Does a little damage.
I mean, they do
It's
crit.
not like
They do
Oh,
crit.
does that?
Yeah, I mean illusions crit, right? That's one of the.
Guess what's happening to Dyer's bottom tower?
It's not the greatest crit, but they do crit. Alright, tier 2 is going to get sieged up here. NG definitely want to be removing all of these outer towers to take down the shrines. Oh, blink forward, vacuum back, and that should be an easy crush. Fame Out got a little bit greedy with that spell steal, and now it's going to get punished for it. Meanwhile, the rest of Trust, though, going to be pushing bottom. But here comes a TP. Look at this creep, though, parking and getting vision of things. The Kells on top of things. I do believe that Wolf hit the Slaughter once to cancel the blink as well. Okay. Wolf Gaming, man.
I thought they would have just went for the mid tier 2, but I guess they don't want to give anything up just now.
Sure. I think if they went for the mid tier 2, they would have gotten the tier 2, but they would have also lost one of their own, which is probably not what they're looking for.
PA had double damage, so that tower would have definitely gone down if
Yep.
they didn't make the rotation.
Well, it looks like PA is going to start things off with the Yasha. Could be a Manta. SMY honestly isn't all too bad, because I feel like he just wants survivability.
I think it's way too late for that. He has to commit for the Manta.
Hook in here from Pudge, and of course, immediate stun global though is going to be there, and the back
what a
stun
combo.
here. Oh my god, the 3-man or 4-man back stun, and followed by an Omni Slash, and pretty much everybody's dead. Nyx Assassin is going to get some HP back from the shrine, but what started off with a good hook into a stun combination just got defiantly answered. Okay, another 2-man impale. He's trying his best to slow down this push, but they just don't care. Healing Ward, as well as the fact that everyone's so damn tanky. Sonic Wave's going to come out. They are just so damn tanky. Here comes that mech, and I do believe that's going to be a melee set of racks. Blink Impale, this time missing. And NG will be going back.
That was such a fancy looking hook setup too. The hook
Yeah.
into the impale. But it was all just a bait for their own team. That was such a nice back wall combo.
Yeah. I think the vac wall was okay, but then the global on top of the vac wall, I think that's the first time they used that combo all together, right? And just honestly, like just no winning against that combo.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, the thing is, they globaled first because they needed to make sure the Weaver isn't going to die, and then they just vac stun. Because if you're vacuumed and stunned, like, what are you even going to do?
Sure.
You don't even need global at that point. But definitely, like, when used in unison, you really have no choice but to run.
Yep. Trust
So
though.
people start picking up BKBs or Manta or Lotus.
Trust is going to try to find a pickoff right now, taking advantage of the fact that Global is on cooldown, but they are ganking the hardest to gank hero. They need that same setup again here. And Sapboy will be farming this camp. Alright, What the is getting in position. He needs to impale right from the get-go, but Sapboy's out.
His entire team is here, too.
Yeah.
They know something is up. Oh, and they smoke as well. This could be a huge engagement.
Okay, Smoke's going to break here by Nyx Assassin, and he's looking for the impale. Nice blink away after breaking the smoke. Seal is blinking forward. Impale turns around, hits absolutely nothing, and now he's going to be in a lot of trouble. He will be dead, and without Nyx, I think it's time to run.
Trust has to be careful because they still have vacuum. They could all just die off here.
Alright, Blink
We're
Strike.
going to see a blink vacuum here.
Okay, that's going to get the PA. PA's going to get crushed, and PA just immediately murdered. Quals going to try his best to split push now and get the wave shoved back out.
And it looks like NextGen, they're making the right decision here, just going through the middle lane and taking whatever they can.
Yep. I mean, mid lane's already open,
Seconds.
right? You can take the range racks if you want. It looks like the Weaver will do so. The bot lane's also pushed in. I think perhaps that's the way to go.
Yeah, I think the Weaver just wants the range racks anyways.
Yep. Alright, range racks down. 8 seconds to the Nyx. 20 to Lakel's. Sonic Wave is back up relatively soon as well because of the Axe. And here we go. Swarm's going to lay things out. Quab gets caught. He does have the blade mount. Defense hook is going to come in. But meanwhile, this is time being created here for Sapboy to just hit the building. And
They're playing it very safely.
What the? Vendetta strike out, but immediate Sakuchi Global is going to come through, and now Vac stun! Combo has been perfect every single time by Seal. As well as CBB. And Sonic Wave pretty big, but oh my god, the damage output. He's going to die to the bug. Yes, he is. NG.
1v5ing.
Alright, Lakel's also going to go down, and after multiple team wipes, NextGen will force a GG out of signature.trust. And despite the heroic performance of the Nyx Assassin, I just think that the NG initiation and teamfight combo is just way too strong.
Yeah, definitely. I think this game was pretty much completely won by this Darkseer and Slugger working together.
And the funny thing was
they crushed their off lane, and then they just crushed every team fight onwards.
The funny thing was, like, Starter was the first pick and Darkseer was the last pick, right? Like, this is not, I don't think plan A for NextGen, but man, it definitely looked really, really good. This is not their first time running this combo.
But I think signature.trust need to pick up on the draft. I think this draft was a little too greedy. Just having the Rubik and the Pudge as your opener makes it really easy for NextGen to draft whatever they want, because I don't think there's really too many ways you can get punished in your lanes with these two supports.
I think the heroes are fine if they weren't up against such aggressive lanes, but since they were, yeah. I mean, we saw Rubik 4 minutes in was pulling a tier 2 camp. Like, that's just not going to cut it. So
yeah, definitely. I think the last pick Darkseer really ruined it for them too, because if it was just an offlane Sardar, I think they're
okay with that.
Rubik and Pudge probably can deal with that, but not a Darkseer.
Yep. Alright guys, that's game 1 in the books. After a short break, we'll be coming back for game 2, where signature.trust is essentially in a do or die situation. They need to win out for the rest of the day here to have a chance to continuing through the DACC qualifier. And we'll see if NextGen could kind of take a 2-0 sweep. We'll take a break and we'll be back.